Hello everyone, welcome to my channel House of Investments. So today's video is an important one. So we'll look into the amount of tax that is imposed on the income that you make from the stock market. So I'll be discussing this topic in detail, and I'll tell you different scenarios under what conditions how much tax is imposed. So, without wasting any time, let me quickly go to my sheet. So, at a broader level, the incomes can be, defined into, five different categories. First is the income that you make from your salary. When you might be working from any government organization or any private entity, so you must be drawing certain salary from it. So that is one income. Then the income that you make from house property by renting out your houses, then the income from business head, capital gain, and other sources. So the income source which doesn't belong to these four categories falls under other sources income. So, so we'll see. I mean, under which category does the income that you make from the stock market will fall into, and we'll see, and how much will be the percentage of it. So we'll start from So in stock market, basically, people do the buy stocks in two different modes. One is intraday, and the second is the delivery. Intraday is something wherein you buy a stock and sell it in that particular day, and delivery is when you carry that particular stock for more than a day. So as I told earlier, let's say you have bought a stock at 1000 rupees, and you are selling it at 1200. There is a gain of 200, and obviously, and there will be some taxation on the this gain of 200 rupees. Okay, as I told you, the delivery and intraday stocks. Let's start from delivery. So, for delivery, the income through delivery stocks, you that income falls under the capital gains, as I have listed over here. So, capital gains can again be two types. One is short term and long term, and if you are getting that income within 12 months, less than equal to 12 months, that falls under the short term category. And if you are getting that gain after a period of 12 months, that comes under the long term category. And for a short term, there is a tax of 15% that is imposed. And for a long term, if you are holding the stock for 12 months at least and selling it after that, and up to 1 lakh rupees, there is no taxation. And but there is a 10% charge on the gain that you make after 1 lakh, and maximum surcharge could be 15%. Obviously, I mean, you could say that if you're holding a stock for a longer duration, the taxation would be less on that. Okay. So, and again, there are few hidden clauses in it. So we'll take a look at them in detail. Okay. So let's say think of a scenario wherein, let's say, you have invested your money, and you have uh, gotten an interest income of 20,000. And then let's say this 5 lakh is your income from stocks. Okay. And we'll see, I mean, what will be the amount on top of which this taxation will be applied. Obviously, I mean, interest is, let's say, interest income is 20,000, income from stocks is 5 lakhs. Obviously, there will be standard exemption of 2.5 lakhs rupees as per the government rules. So obviously, I mean, if you add this 5 lakh 20,000, this is minus 2.5 lakhs, so the tax will be imposed on 2.7 lakhs rupees. And the percentage of the tax would depend on the type of trade that you are making, whether it's a short term one or a long term one, less than 12 months or more than 12 months. And you can save more money on this as well. You could get a tax rebate of up to 1200 500, which is under the section 87A. So yeah, that's about the tax amount of tax that what the government uh, imposes on the income from the stock market. And also, if let's say you are making loss in the stock market, then you can utilize your stock to set off for the gains that you might make in the stock market. For example, let's say I bought a stock for 100 rupees and I'm selling it at 90. Obviously, I have made a loss of 10 rupees here. So, the short term capital loss can be used to set off for the capital gains. Let's say this year I'm making a loss of 10,000 rupees. Next year, let's say I'm making a short term capital gain of let's say 50,000 or 1 lakh. So I can use this loss to set off my capital gains in the subsequent year. And you can carry it forward for the for 8 years. So let's say you are making a loss today, and up to 8 years, let's say in the year 2, 3, 4, 5, you didn't make use of the loss that you made in the year number 1. So you can make use of this loss until year number 8. So, but for that you'll have to file your tax returns, I mean file your income tax returns in time. And similarly for the long term capital loss, you can set off this with the long term capital gains. Okay, so this is about the taxation that is there under the delivery. And for the intraday stocks, it comes under the income category of business head. And here the taxation is as per the regular slab, whatever is there for the working professionals or the government, or the professionals working for in government or private organization. The taxation will be, as per that rule. And in this case, the loss can be carried forward for 4 years. In this case, in the case of delivery for short term, it could you could carry this forward for 8 years, but here it's only for 4 years. And you can only set this off with the intraday loss only. You cannot set off the loss that you make during the intraday with the long term gains that you make in delivery stocks. So that is one catch here. So yeah, I mean, at a very high level, this is how tax is imposed on the income that you make from the stock market. If you have any questions, please post those questions in the comment section. I will try to answer those questions. And thanks for